Okay, so can I speed up my metabolism? Alright, the amount of times I've seen something or talked to somebody who said, oh, you know, they've got to speed up their metabolism or the metabolism slowed down, and always leaves me a little bit puzzled because I find it quite interesting. You know, like human beings, we're always trying to find easier ways to do things. And I guess the first thing we need to talk about is metabolism. What is it? Well, basically, it's BMR, or basal metabolic rate. Alright? So that is the amount of energy that it takes, basically, just to keep our systems functioning, just to keep us alive, the basic energy that we're going to use every day, alright, to sustain us. Now, some people have different BMRs, alright, so some people have slightly higher ones, some have slightly lower ones. Alright, that means they use slightly more energy to keep them alive every day, or slightly less energy to keep them alive every day. Something that I found in the research that was quite interesting was that obese people, and morbidly obese people, tend to have a slightly higher BMR, which is interesting because you think they'd have a lower BMR because they've got more weight on, which means that, you know, they should have been doing a little bit differently there with the energy. You know, it's a little bit confusing. You know, huh? What? They've got a higher rate, so they're using more energy to stay alive. But when you think about it, there's more fat mass, so their body's trying to keep all those things alive because there's more veins, venous system, you know, pulling throughout. There's lymphatics, all that kind of stuff to keep all that tissue alive. So it would make sense that they're actually going to use more energy to stay alive. Just an interesting little side note there. Men tend to have a higher BMR than women. Sorry, ladies. And really what that actually comes down to is men just have a little bit more muscle mass in general, and that's what that could be. So can I increase my basal metabolic rate? Can I increase the amount of energy that my body uses to stay alive, so then I can lose a little bit of weight? You know, I might want to look a little bit better, feel a little bit better. And the answer is you actually can. Alright, but it's not quite as clear cut as people think. Some people are like, well, if I eat, you know, 5 meals a day like a bodybuilder, then I'll probably begin to lose the weight and things like that. Well, there's so much more that goes into bodybuilding practice than just eating those 5 meals a day that means they're going to lose weight. Alright, that's actually not the reason. Alright, so that people get that confused with the thermic effect of food because your body's got to digest. There's got to be energy used there as well. Alright, so really what it's about muscle. Alright, if you can put on a bit more muscle, you're going to use more energy. Alright, because muscle's actually quite costly to the body in terms of energy to actually keep a hold of. It requires a lot of resources, and that's why you'll probably see bodybuilders eating 5 times a day, because they're trying to get those calories in as well with their protein and help getting protein synthesis going along, etc. I'm not going to go into that, that's a whole other video. Alright, but basically, because you're increasing muscle mass, you're actually increasing the amount of energy required for your body, alright, to stay alive. And if you find that you decreased your calories, you're probably going to lose some muscle, alright, and you're going to lose some fat as well. And if you begin to eat more calories, yes, there might be some more muscle there, alright, but you're probably going to begin to use more fat and create more fat, unless you're actually doing workouts designed to build muscle. Because there's a demand on the body, you keep hitting those muscles saying, okay, I want you to recover and build up stronger, and you're eating more energy, the body goes, well, okay, I can do that, and it gives you more muscle, which leads to a higher basal metabolic rate. Now, I want to be clear here, because some people want to know about supplements. You know, there's supplements that I can use that can help speed up my basal metabolic rate. There is some research on it. I would be careful of it, particularly for ones that, you know, you buy off the internet and things like that. You need to be careful about that stuff. You know, is it healthy for you to do so? Definitely talk to your doctor before you go getting onto anything like that, because it may not be healthy. The healthiest way I know to actually help increase your basal metabolic rate and also help your health in general is probably build a little bit of muscle. Alright, you'll probably look better, feel better, and you'll have that higher basal metabolic rate, so use a little bit more energy. So if you want to eat a little bit more as well, which you might have to in order to build muscle, it's a win-win there. Alright, subscribe to the videos channel. Alright, grab yourself the ebook, and have a good day. I'm Luke from Well Size.